No one's answering the phone.
Oh. Well, hello everyone. We're out here today at the 91st Street Pool to announce a couple of things. First, I know the weather's a little bit less than pool weather, but we're happy to announce in the city of Niagara Falls that we're going to have our outdoor pools open. Our outdoor pools will be open here at 91st Street as well as at Center Court. They'll be open Thursday through Sunday from 11 until 4. We've been fortunate to be able to get some lifeguards. I know that that's a difficulty all across Western New York. In fact, it's a difficulty all across America. But we're able to get these two neighborhood pools open. Our pool at Hyde Park, while we were not able to get sufficient lifeguards for that pool, will undergo about $1 million worth of improvements that need to be made to that pool so that we're up and ready to go next year, lifeguards permitting. Also, today I want to announce, and again, this is the third year of our partnership with our local school district. Superintendent Mark Laurie is joining me here, as well as the Niagara Falls Boys and Girls Club with Rebecca Vincenski from the executive director. For the last 3 years, we've been partnering to provide what I would like to think is some of the most expansive summer youth programs that you may find anywhere in Western New York. We are providing everything from a full array of standard summer camps as well as other types of activities. We have a calendar available on our website, niagarafallsusa.org, where you can see all of the programs, when they're being offered, what is being offered. School district is providing not only transportation, but they're also providing food service. And then, of course, with the management skills of programming that the Boys and Girls Club bring to the table, I think that over the last 2 years, we've watched this program grow from its initial stages as an experiment in 2020 to something that has grown year over year, and we're expecting even greater things for this summer. We're also joined today by the Director of Youth and Senior Programs, Vicki Weidman, with the City of Niagara Falls. She will be the person who will oversee and work, obviously, with the district's point person, as well as with Rebecca, to make sure that our programs stay efficient and fun for the young people. But we're most proud to be able to announce, after a couple of years of not being able to have them, these neighborhood pools. We also have splash pads that will be open. There's a splash pad that will be open at Hyde Park. The hours will be the same as the pools, and a new splash pad is going to be installed over at the Center Court area. Currently, the wading pool will be open for the same hours as well, and so we're in the process of installing a new splash pad there for the young people in that community. So I don't know if you have any questions with regard to summer youth programs or anything else with regard to the pools, but we're happy and proud to be able to partner again with our friends in the school district and, of course, our friends in the Boys and Girls Club to bring youth programs this summer to youth of every age. We provide a wide array of activities. And it's not just sports. I mean, we actually get into the arts. We provide dance and other activities, music activities for those children who may not necessarily be basketball or baseball types. So we really want to try and provide for our young people a full, wide array of programs.
How important is it to keep the kids engaged?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. First of all, I will give you my opinion, and then I'm going to send it over to Mr. Laurie, who I'm sure has a whole host of reasons why it's a good idea. But we think that it's important, especially for young people, to have those types of activities that are going to get them involved in not only group activity and the capacity to work with one another, but also the whole idea of better nutrition and energy that comes from physical activity. Again, I'm going to ask the superintendent if he has any comments on that.
Sure, I think it's really important to keep, it's really important to keep our kids engaged. First of all, our kids are the same kids. The city kids, the school district kids are all the same kids. So what we need coming out of this pandemic more than anything is engagement, activity, and extra sets of eyes looking at kids. That's how you come out of trauma, and that's how you come back to what we know is normal. So I think the key thing that the mayor did was to make sure that there wasn't duplication of programming or basketball on every corner. That, as he said, we offer dance, art, cooking, drama, theater, basketball, track, and it's all strategically placed throughout the city. In addition to the pools that the mayor has opened, we also have Learn to Swim in two of our schools. Abbott and Cataract will be 4 to 7 o'clock opened for the community. Those are inside, and there will be Learn to Swim programs put on by the YWCA. So if you want to have a family and learn how to use these pools, the district is opening those two facilities for water at school hours, and you register through the YWCA. But this is a way to return to what will be the new normal, and it's a way to get kids re-engaged to being together and working together, so that as we open September, we'll open it and hit the ground running. So I'm really impressed with the pools. I'm really impressed that we're going to be open here, and really thankful for our kids. So I think this is a real important announcement today, just as important as anything we've done in quite a while.
So you may have read in the news that the city of Buffalo, they put on a big campaign to get lifeguards. It was a failure. They are not opening their city pools. How were you able to get your lifeguard staff, and how detrimental could it have been if you weren't able to open these pools this summer?
Well, it was a full court press by our staff to try to bring together students who would be interested. Everything from working with the school district to see if there were students within their swimming programs, getting assistance too from the school district staff to help try and bring people. We recruited at other high schools, the Niagara High School, Newport High School. We had our friends in the Boys and Girls Club sort of throwing out opportunities for whoever might be interested in doing that. We provided a program where we would refund the certification amounts if they would come in, register, and then complete the program. But I think the real key to it was once everybody knew that Vicki Weideman was in charge of the youth and senior programs, they said, how do we sign on to this?
Well, we used our swim teams first.
Yep.
First of all, working with the city administrator,
Yep.
he secured dates when trainings could occur. We used one of our certified teachers to teach it, opened the training on Saturdays, and then went to our swim team, right? What a perfect place to go, to your school swim team, see who wants to work, and we've promises from the mayor of a job.
Yep.
And a good paying job in an area that you like. So we hit the swim team first, exhausted as many kids as we could get there, and then opened it up to the student body, and then the mayor went outside to the surrounding municipalities. And we used Niagara Falls High School's pool and trained them early. And hopefully next year we'll train them even earlier, so that kids, we can open up every pool. And
That's important,
yeah,
you're right, because we would have been able to open up, notwithstanding the repairs that have to be made there, we would have been able to open the Hyde Park pool if we had secured a few more lifeguards, because we had a temporary fix that we were going to do for the pool. But really, without the help of the district providing us with a training location, as well as giving us the initial seed of lifeguard talent, I don't know that we could have opened our pools here. It's unfortunate. I know, when I read the headline on the city of Buffalo, I know how that feels, because we had that same problem. Last year, it's a struggle because for some neighborhoods and for some residents, this is Splash Lagoon. This is their most important place to be, right? Especially during the hot summer months. And this is a place where they have fun, and the families come out and they enjoy themselves at the public pools. And so not to have them open really is a struggle.
And summer planning starts in October of this year for next year. I think if we wait until February, March, it's too late. So I think what we could do better as a district is sign those kids up in October, train them in April, May, and June, and employ them July 1st. So a little earlier start will pick up a few more recruits. But a concerted effort is really what we've been able to do for the last 3 years, and I think the best part of it is we're not duplicating services. And we were I know the mayor is, and we are very cognizant of the LaSalle area, the downtown area, the Abbott area, the center court area, so that there is something for everyone in every quadrant of the city.
You know, again, before Vicky came on, and I remember having meetings in 2020 where we were just starting to get this concept together, and the person who was the real point person, and I think the superintendent would agree, was Rebecca from the Boys and Girls Club. So why don't you give a little idea about our programs?
Hi. So we're really excited. The Niagara Falls Boys and Girls Club is really excited to be part of this initiative with the city and the superintendent and school district. Niagara Falls is blessed with a wide variety of amazing youth service organizations, doing amazing things in their own areas of expertise and skills. We were all doing amazing, great things in our own separate corners. And so we started having meetings back in 2020 about what if we got everyone to the table and put a more coordinated approach to the services that we provided to make sure that we could get it out to as many kids as possible. I'm extremely excited for this year because of the new webpage with the calendar. One, it makes it very easy and effective for parents and guardians to find something for kids to do. So there should be no question or statement that there's nothing for kids to do in the city of Niagara Falls. But on the other hand, it is also really increasing the coordination, collaboration, and communication between everybody that has anything to do with kids and teens in Niagara Falls. We'll be able to celebrate all that we have, and I think this year we have a ton to celebrate. We have more than I think in the almost 9 years I've been in the Falls for kids to do during the summer months than before. But we'll be able to start working now. You know, Mark said summer planning starts in October. We've actually already started it because we're identifying gaps. And then we'll be able to, with the leadership of the mayor, bring all of the youth service providers together and saying, okay, we had an amazing summer, but we were missing this in this area, that in this area, and be able to start now to plan for next summer so we can keep growing and learning and providing more and more for our kids and teens because they really need it more now than ever.
Is there any caps? Sometimes these programs have caps on how many kids can take part, or is it open? Do they have to pre-register?
It's a variety. So there are camps that have a cap. So for example, the full day, full summer camp at the 17th Street Club for Niagara Falls Boys and Girls Club, we have a capacity set by the state of 80 kids a day. But there's other programs that are drop-in, and we want to highlight it all. We want to highlight maybe one-day special events. So if anybody has anything going on for kids, it's not too late to get on the calendar. You know, I'm still working on a couple of events this summer that we'll get on there and highlight that will be open to the community. So it's really meant to capture anything and everything going on for kids during the summer months, and we hope to even be able to expand it and keep it going so that they know what's going on all throughout the year.
Thank you, Becky. Vicky, come on up. I want everyone to see. Vicky is the new Youth and Senior Services Director. She is also the Niagara Falls City Clerk, so she's wearing a couple of hats. She's new to the administration, and why don't you give a sense of your thoughts about the program as you learned it?
I'm excited about what I'm hearing today, and I think the main thing that I'm hearing from everyone is we do it better when we do it together. I'm loving the collaboration. I love the fact that they're teaching youth how to get started early on work ethics, and that we're hearing what parents are saying. So that is the thing that I'm hearing today. Even with the parents, the youth, and everyone together, we do it better when we do it together. Thank you. I look forward to working with everyone here in Niagara Falls.
Great, thank you so much. And we have great staff that is also providing support for this whole program. Again, I think what you've heard from everyone who's here today is that the message that our administration has tried to bring to the community is that there are some really great partners that for a long time were working sort of independent of one another, not by anything other than the fact that they were just taking care of their own business. We are much stronger, as Vicki indicated, once we've come together and coordinated. The superintendent's right. We're not stepping on one another. It's all coordinated, and we have a series of programs that can suit just about every young person's need. Any other questions?
Just one more about the lifeguards. How, in terms of how many were you able to hire, and how many what you need to hire if you wanted the pools at full
I think
operation?
I think, and I have to go back and remember this, I think that we would have needed somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 lifeguards in order to be able to service all 3 of the pools, because the pool at Hyde Park is twice the size of this one. So we would have needed a substantial amount. I think the number that we've hired, and don't quote me, I think close to 8 or 9. So we have 7. We have exactly 7, and so we have enough to be able to get these 2 community pools opened. So, you know, again, I think the superintendent's right. You know, we start working early on this. The experience this year is one that we're going to focus on making productive and fruitful for these lifeguards, because